Hey guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now, in this set of videos, we're going to have a look through the presuppositions for neuro-linguistic programming. So these are sort of like a guide to living. They're unspoken rules of NLP. Well, they're pretty well spoken, I suppose, but they also show you a different way to sort of live your life with less judgment of others and yourself, and give you more choice in life as well, which is why I really love them. So, before we jump into this, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and you're interested in learning a bit more about how to get more choice in your personal life. So, the first one is, a person is not their behaviour. So, throughout your life, you make mistakes. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing if you bear in mind that you can make corrections to your mistakes. Remember, you are not your mistake. You are you, and your mistake is your mistake. They are two totally different things. So, restrain yourself from identifying yourself with your mistakes. Likewise, you have to detach yourself from your faults in order to be able to get rid of them. So when you associate yourself closely with your faults, sins or errors, you become stuck. You become stuck with them, each and every one of them. Now, it's not very advantageous to you or helpful to do that, and it's not likely to make you successful in life. But when your mistakes and your own self are treated separately, it is a great deal easier to rectify them, those mistakes. Identifying your faults or your occasional misbehaviours with your own self involves changing yourself to change your mistakes. And it's never easy to bring about such change. So you must recognise that your faults are not a characteristic of you. By doing that, you are telling yourself that they don't exist permanently in you, so that eliminating them is a possibility. For example, when you've not succeeded in accomplishing a task, you are likely to feel it's your fault and blame yourself. Now, it's either you look upon it as, I failed, or I'm a failure. So which one is more preferable to your self-esteem? An action deemed to have failed may not dent your confidence much, and chances are you'll make another attempt and succeed at it. But when it's involving your identity, such as the I am a failure example, it's pretty likely to erode whatever confidence you have left. Now, this will probably cause you to quit from making a further attempt at what it was that you were doing. Now, on the other hand, if you regard your fault as typical of you, you are likely to cook up excuses for yourself whenever you're at fault. So, for example there, you habitually insult your friends, family members and employees and get away with it by claiming that you can't help it because it's part of the way that you are. You are most probably not going to change your behaviour or that habit. You've associated that behaviour with you, with your identity. If you will only recognise that this behaviour is not part of you, it is separate from you, you will find getting rid of that habit a lot easier if you actually want to get rid of it. Now, a lot of times when people say they can't do something or they can't change the way they are, they're not ready, or that there's something that they're holding on to with that they need, or they feel that they need that behaviour for something. Now, that might be because it gets them a bit of sympathy, or it makes them, for some whatever reason, especially in this case if you're insulting people, it keeps that distance from you. But each time you rid yourself of a bad habit, it aids in boosting your self-image, which is a way that you see yourself. Now, too, whether you realise it or not, you often judge others by their behaviour. So, say you encounter in the marketplace an elderly man yelling at someone. Your instant perception is that he's an ill-tempered, crazy old coot. Now, is your perception justifiable? Maybe not. Maybe in some cases, absolutely. Maybe they are just an angry old coot. But you're identifying his personality with his behaviour, which may or may not be realistic. It could very well be that he's driven by circumstances to act in this manner. he's just having an absolutely terrible day. It could also be that he's not at all ill-tempered, and this could be the very first time that he's lost his control or lost his temper. Separate the man from his behaviour, and you may only detest his behaviour, but not him. Similarly, if society adopts a love the prisoners but not their actions type of mentality, it will facilitate ready acceptance of ex-prisoners and help change the characteristics or behaviour. So think of that too, when a kid at school is told that he'll amount to nothing, he's a constant distraction, class clown, those sort of negative connotations that get put on kids all the time, that, they're dumb even. How is that going to make them feel or want to achieve more, be more, or even turn up to school? So when behaviour and people are viewed as separate, you can change your behaviour and you tend to be more tolerant of other people's behaviour, no matter how strange it may be or seem to you. So, in summary, by believing that what you do and what you have is the real you, you're committing one of the greatest errors of your life. By not being able to separate yourself from your behaviour, by not allowing yourself to change that behaviour with ease. So, what do you think of that one, guys? That is the very first NLP presupposition. Do you believe that if you view your behaviour as separate to you, you can change it a lot quicker, a lot easier, with so much less force behind it? Let me know in the comments below what you think of this presupposition. But anyway guys, that's it for this one. I'm Rob Murphy, and I'll see you in the next video.